Into order.
This meeting will be conducted by audio and video conference without a physically present quorum of the Rock Island City Council due to the disaster declaration issued by Governor Pritzker. Because of this order related to COVID-19 public health concerns affecting the state and the city, the mayor has determined that an in-person meeting at City Hall with all participants is not practical or prudent. Aldermen and staff may not all be physically present at City Hall due to the disaster, and physical attendance at City Hall may be limited. To participate remotely during the public comment or public hearing portion of the meeting, please join by phone at 1-240-394-8429 and use PIN number 777-448-309 hashtag.
Thank you. Do a roll call.
Alderman Clark,
Here.
Alderman Hurt, Alderman Hurt, Alderman Spaghettis,
Present.
Alderwoman Swanson,
Here.
Alderman Parker,
Here.
Alderman Poulos,
Here.
Alderman Geenan, Alderman Geenan.
Here.
Thank you. Mayor Tomes.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. Public comment. Is there anybody that wishes to make any comments? Public? Yes. Is Andy?
Yeah, sorry. It's been a few years since I've been up here. Do we still have to give our address and stuff, or?
No, we've got that here. You don't need your address. Just state who you are and what city.
Yeah, Andy Boswell, Rock Island, Illinois. I'm here on behalf of the topic of the privatization of the water and sewer. I've given it a lot of thought and asked around, and one of the other individuals here to speak as well has some experience in something like this, so I invited him to come along. My concern as a citizen is that I depend on public works, I depend on a police department, a fire department, government. That is something that we don't worry about profit or loss. That's something that we pay taxes for, we pay fees and fines for, things like that support our public infrastructure. And I feel that privatization of that would be a mistake. And so I'm definitely not in favor of that. Something that I experienced over the last 6 or 7 years that I felt like it was an example, and I spoke to my alderman about this. For many years I worked downtown, and I worked second shift, and as I came home, because I live on the east end of town, I would drive the 92 corridor. When I would get to around 25th Street and all the way down past Augustana College, I would notice that half to eventually over time, about 60 to 70% of the lights were out along the street. I called the alderman, I asked about it, and they said it's a Mid-American issue. I talked to Mid-American. I went on their website over and over and over again. And over the years, for 4 or 5 years, nothing happened. Very recently, I know there's a project to now, instead of the burned out lights and fixing them, they've been replacing the lights with LED lights along the corridor, and a good portion of them have been replaced. However, on the north side of the street, and I was just talking to Mark about that from the hotel there all the way along the train tracks, those are still out. So there's an example of Mid-American Energy. I'm not sure exactly the details of our contract with them and how that works with power poles and things like that, but from what I understand, we pay them fees to keep our lights and stuff going, and when we, the citizens, say, hey, there's a problem, they should fix it because it's a safety issue. However, my experience with that has been not so good. So, turn that back around to a water issue. I feel like if I have a problem in the street or a problem with your service, I participate in the insurance program with both my sewer line and my water line. What's to say that we have delayed response time with those things as well? So that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. Yes, sir. If you can state your name and your city, please.
Yes, I'm Darrell Brecky from Rock Island, and of course you have my address already. So, yes, I want to speak on the privatization of the water as well, and to speak in, I'm not in favor of that, as Andy is. And Andy brings up a good example, and having worked, I'm retired currently. I've worked 32 years for a municipality in Minnesota, and in the engineering department as a civil engineering technician. And so I did a lot with contracts, a lot with planning and designing utilities, streets, and alleys, and some of the utilities, not power necessarily, but a lot to do with sewer and water. And there was talk at one time of the same thing in that community of, say, about 20,000 people. That there was the size and the budget of the water and sewer was such that to privatize it would be an immense change, immense project for any private organization, even for a town that size. And there's a reason why it's not a common thing, because it costs so much. You lose, for one thing, the city of Rock Island, city of the Hibbing, where I was from, had a force that was able to, that had years and years of experience with the systems, the water system, the sewer system, and they were a service to the community. You privatize a service, and then you're selling a commodity to the public, which a commodity has to have overhead. They have their own profit margin that they have to meet, and costs get just way out of hand. And I just feel that the city of Rock Island would be losing a lot of control of that. And let's see, I was doing so good at home.
You're
here.
fine. Been there before. You're fine.
Oh yeah, the things that crop up in a day. If you talk to the Public Works, we didn't figure on this, and then we have to leave what we're doing and go take care of this, take care of that. It's not even in the job description, but they take care of it because they can. They have the equipment, they have the knowledge, they have the people that have done this for years and years, know what's coming and how to prepare for it. Privatizing gets more stoic. It's more fixed. And so anything that's out of the ordinary is going to be an extra cost. And it won't be the same cost as the regular work. Having dealt with contracts and contractors, any extra work is like up the price on that because it wasn't planned, and so we need more money. I just feel that it's going to be a huge detriment to the taxpayers of Rock Island, so thank you.
You bet. No problem. Thank you. Normally, we don't respond back and forth. I'm going to respond back real quick on the street lights just because we heard about it tonight. On some, I believe what it was, most of them were city lights that were bad. The conduit and wiring just wore out, very costly to fix, and worked a deal out with Mid-America to put new lights along there on their poles, wooden poles, either installed new ones or put it on some of their existing ones. Some of ours are still up there that are not working, and those will be eventually taken down, okay? But my understanding, or our understanding at this point, is all the lights that are on that are on now are Mid-America's, and you will not see any more lights than that at this point. So that's my understanding, correct, Mr. Bartels? And so
but the ones that are burnt out will be coming down, so it won't look like they're not working. But Mid-America did put new LEDs up there on their poles to take care of the problem. So hopefully that is taken care of. And I know you came up here for the water and sewer, but and that was an example, but I wanted to clear that up.
It is a significant improvement.
Yes.
Than what it had been over the past.
So basically what you see now is what it's going to be on that. Is there any other, anybody else for public comment virtually out there? Star 6, unmute your microphone. Nobody out there? All right. We will then move on. We have item number 7.
Minutes of the March 22nd, 2021 City Council meeting.
I move to approve the minutes of the March 22 of 2021 council meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Alderman Clark,
Aye.
Alderman Hurt. Sorry, he's absent. Alderman Spargettis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson,
Yes.
Alderman Parker,
Aye.
Alderman Poulos.
Aye.
6-0, motion carries.
Item 8 is update Rock Island. Got a few items here, a little lengthy, so apologize for that, but grow a reader this spring at the Rock Island Public Library. The Rock Island Public Library kicked off their Grow a Reader Giving campaign this week to welcome young users back to the library. Grow a Reader donation trees are on display at the downtown and southwest libraries. Each display contains tags with the account balance of over $5 or more for the anonymous young person between 6 and 18 of age with the active library card. Donors can choose to pay part or all of the amount on the bookmark to help crowdfund a new start back to library. The donation drive lasts until May 29th. For more information about Rock Island Public Library events and services, visit the Rock Island Library website at www.rockislandlibrary.org or call 309-732-READ. Rock Island Library events are also listed on Facebook and at the burbio.com, burbio.com. Quad City Botanical Center plant sale. The horticultural team and staff have selected beautiful annual and perennial plants and easy to master container combinations. I'm struggling tonight, I apologize, for your garden. Choose individual pots, combos, or new staff favorites for 2021. Proceeds from the annual plant sale support our educational mission. Order by Sunday, April 18th, for May 8th pickup. To view the catalog of plants, visit www.qcgardens.com. Picnic shelter reservations. Rock Island Park and Recreation is currently accepting picnic shelter reservations for 2021 season. Reservations can be made over the phone or in person at the park office at the Rock Island Fitness Center at 4303 24th Street. Reserving a shelter is a first-come, first-served basis, and payment is required at the time of reservation. Call the Rock Island Park office at 309-732-PARK for more information. National Public Safety National Public Safety Telecommunicators week of April 11th through the 17th. In many instances, these professionals make the difference between life and death. Most people don't stop to think about these seamlessly named and faces of individuals until they experience actual emergencies themselves. Every day, millions of people depend on the skills, expertise, and commitment of the men and women who work in public safety telecommunications. These individuals help save lives by answering emergency phone calls, dispatching emergency professionals and equipment, and providing moral support to civilians in distress. To provide the city of Rock Island with 24-hour support, we currently have 12 telecommunicators positions and 1 supervisor. Rock Island telecommunicators handle over 34,000 911 calls and another 190,000 calls for emergency service annually. All telecommunicators are fully certified in emergency medical dispatch. Please do your part to honor and recognize your Rock Island police/fire/EMS dispatchers this week. Thank you. Item number 9.
Proclamation promoting roadway safety. Whereas highway construction work and repairs to roadways must be done while the roads are open to traffic, putting both motorists and workers at risk every day, and whereas workers diligently continue to improve, rebuild, and maintain roadways so that motorists can safely and efficiently travel, and whereas the City of Rock Island asks motorists to keep in mind that these workers are working also for the same things as yourself, and whereas accidents can be prevented by setting aside distractions, using extra caution, reducing speed, and giving the work zone your undivided attention when motoring, and whereas the City of Rock Island is dedicated to ensuring the safety in work zones for workers, motorists, passengers, bicyclists, and pedestrians, and whereas the Federal Highway Administration will kick off the 2021 roadway construction season with their 21st annual National Work Zone Awareness Week, April 19th through 23rd, and whereas the City of Rock Island urges all motorists to continue to recognize the responsibility that comes with driving a motor vehicle and the importance of maintaining safe and smart driving habits during the construction season and at all times when operating a motor vehicle, and whereas the City of Rock Island reminds motorists that hands-on use of all cell phones, as well as sending, reading, or composing an electronic message while driving is prohibited at all times, and that motorists are required to slow down and change lanes if possible when approaching an emergency, construction, or maintenance vehicle that is stationary and displaying flashing red, blue, white, or amber lights.
Now therefore, I, Mike Tomes, Mayor of the City of Rock Island, do hereby resolve to promote roadway safety and call upon all motorists to acquaint themselves with the rules of the road, to maintain alert and vigilant when motoring, and to recognize the contributions of those who work in construction zones as they work to maintain and enhance our highway and roadways. Item number 10.
Proclamation declaring April 2021 as Earth Month. Whereas Earth Day was first celebrated on April 22nd, 1970, with the goal of inspiring an appreciation of our nation's natural resources through conservation and protection, and whereas the celebration of this day marks an annual review of and commitment to the principles of that first Earth Day, and whereas Earth Day marks a renewed commitment to environmental stewardship and to the implementation of sustainability efforts, and whereas the global community now faces extraordinary challenges such as environmental degradation, global health issues, climate change, food and water shortages, and whereas a green economy can be achieved on an individual level through education, public policy, and consumer activism campaigns, and whereas it is understood that the citizens of the global community must step forward and take action to create positive environmental change to combat the aforementioned global challenges, and whereas the City of Rock Island celebrates Earth Day by extending it to the month of April in recognition of the commitment to environmental stewardship, and whereas the residents of the City of Rock Island are encouraged to implement practices designed to preserve and protect our environment and shape the future of our environmental security.
Now therefore, I, Mike Tomes, Mayor of the City of Rock Island, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2021 as Earth Month in the city of Rock Island. Two great causes. Item number 11.
Public,
Oh,
Miles, are you going to talk about the caper tonight?
I am able to do that, yes.
Okay, I didn't see Colleen on, so I wanted to make sure we could go ahead with this.
oh, okay.
Yeah, Colleen is unable to attend, unfortunately.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Item number 11.
public hearing regarding the HUD CDBG Program Year 2020 Consolidated Annual Performance Report.
So we need to close the regular meeting and open a public hearing. If anybody wishes, we're closed for the regular meeting. Open public. Anybody wish to speak? And Miles, are you going to start with this?
Just to kind of give a little background on what this public hearing is about. Basically, every year we prepare a consolidated plan that lays out how exactly we're going to spend our CDBG dollars. This report, this Consolidated Annual Performance Report, basically shows that we spent the money the way we said we were going to in that plan. So if anyone at this point in time would like to make comments about our performance, this would be their opportunity to do so.
Anybody out there virtually, *6, unmute your microphone, or anybody in the audience here like to speak about the CDBG program 2020? Anybody out there? Doesn't look like it. So we will close the public hearing and reopen the regular council meeting. And entertain a motion.
Alderman Poulos would make a motion to approve the program year 2020 Consolidated Annual Performance Report as submitted.
Swanson, second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Alderman Clark,
Aye.
Alderman Spargettis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson,
Aye.
Alderman Parker,
Aye.
Alderman Poulos.
Aye.
6-0, motion carries.
Item number 12.
A special ordinance updating the current zoning map for the city of Rock Island, second reading.
Alderman Parker moves to approve the ordinance.
Clark seconds.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Alderman Clark,
Aye.
Alderman Spargettis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson,
Aye.
Alderman Parker,
Aye.
Alderman Poulos.
Aye.
6-0, motion carries.
Item 13.
Claims. A, report from the Human Resources Department regarding payment to the city attorney, David Morrison, Rock Island, in the amount of $12,520.86 for services rendered in March 2021.
Swanson moves to approve claims item A.
Poulos will
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Alderman Clark,
Aye.
Alderman Spargettis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson,
Aye.
Alderman Parker,
Aye.
Alderman Poulos.
Aye.
6-0, motion carries. Claims item B, report from the Public Works Department regarding payment to Miller Trucking and Excavating, Silvis, Illinois, in the amount of $13,992.10 for an emergency water main repair on 26th Street and 15th Avenue.
Spargettis moves to approve claims item B.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Alderman Parker, I need to recuse myself due to the nature of my employment.
Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Alderman Clark,
Aye.
Alderman Spargettis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson,
Aye.
Alderman Parker, Poulos.
Aye.
5-0, motion carries.
Item 14.
Claims for the week of March 18th through 25th, 2021, in the amount of $526,140.17. The week of March 26th through April 1st, 2021, in the amount of $417,624.20. Payroll revised for the week of February 22nd through March 7th, 2021, in the amount of $1,480,955.23, and payroll for the weeks of March 8th through March 21st, 2021, in the amount of $1,508,067.42.
Clark moves to approve the claims and payroll.
Spargetta seconds.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Geenan?
Aye.
Alderman Clark?
Aye.
Alderman Spargettis?
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson?
Aye.
Alderman Parker?
Aye.
Alderman Pulis?
Aye.
6-0, motion carries.
Item 15.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding the bid for the 2021 sod replacement and 50/50 tree program, projects 2141 and 2352, recommending the bid be awarded to Green Space Associates Incorporated, Bettendorf, Iowa, in the amount of $234,300 for the sod replacement program and $13,870 for the 50/50 tree program.
Clark moves to award the bid as recommended and authorize the city manager to execute the contract documents.
Did I hear a second?
Pulis will second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Geenan?
Aye.
Alderman Clark?
Aye.
Alderman Spargettis?
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson?
Aye.
Alderman Parker?
Aye.
Alderman Pulis?
Aye.
6-0, motion carries.
Item 16.
Report from the Community Economic Development Department regarding the sale of city-owned real estate described as 3106 10th Street, parcel 102-639, PIN number 16113011043, to Deborah Neely for $800 plus closing costs. First reading.
Spargetta moves to approve the sale as recommended, authorize the city manager to execute the sale agreement, and consider the ordinance.
Clark seconds.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Geenan?
Aye.
Alderman Clark?
Aye.
Alderman Spargettis?
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson?
Aye.
Alderman Parker?
Aye.
Alderman Pulis?
Aye.
6-0, motion carries.
Item 17.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding the sale of city-owned real estate described as 1419 and 1425-1427 11th Street, parcel 094294, PIN 16113011043, and parcel 094296, PIN number 16021280025, to Althea Stevenson for $2,531 plus closing costs. First reading.
Swanson moves to approve the sale as recommended, authorize the city manager to execute the sale agreement, and consider the ordinance.
Spargetta seconds.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Geenan?
Aye.
Alderman Clark?
Aye.
Alderman Spargettis?
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson?
Aye.
Alderman Parker?
Aye.
Alderman Pulis?
Aye.
6-0, motion carries.
Item 18.
Report from the Human Resources Department regarding a 3-year contract agreement with the Fraternal Order of Police, Lodge Number 57, representing police officers and detectives.
Parker will move to approve the contract agreement as recommended.
Pulis will second.
Clark.
Moved and seconded. I'd like to actually call John Thorson up. He'd like to say a few words.
Right. Thank you, Mayor and City Council. I would just like to take this opportunity to publicly thank Assistant Police Chief Rich Landy for his work on this and finalizing the final agreement with FOP. Him and Chief Van Huysen, the work that they did to put this contract together and help HR is greatly appreciated.
Very good. Thank you. Good work. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Geenan?
Aye.
Alderman Clark?
Aye.
Alderman Spaghettis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson,
Aye.
Alderman Parker,
Aye.
Alderman Pulis.
Aye.
6-0, motion carries.
Item 19.
Report from the Finance Department regarding a budget adjustment, increasing the revenues and expenses by $24,000 for the De La Cerda House Permanent Supportive Housing Program.
Poulos move to approve the budget adjustment as recommended.
Clark seconds.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Alderman Clark,
Aye.
Alderman Spaghettis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson,
Aye.
Alderman Parker,
Aye.
Alderman Pulis.
Aye.
6-0, motion carries.
Item 20.
Request from the Traffic and Engineering Committee regarding a request to install a handicap parking space in front of the residence at 2049 46th Street. First reading.
Motion to approve the request as recommended and consider the ordinance.
Spaghettis seconds.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Alderman Clark,
Aye.
Alderman Spaghettis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson,
Aye.
Alderman Parker,
Aye.
Alderman Pulis.
Aye.
6-0, motion carries.
Item 21.
Report from the Traffic and Engineering Committee regarding a request for 2 handicap parking spaces in front of their residence at 1024 22nd Street. First reading.
Clark moves to approve the installation of the 1 handicap parking space as recommended and consider the ordinance.
Spaghettis seconds.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Yeah.
Maybe I don't understand. They're requesting 2 handicap spots, but the motion is to install 1?
Yeah.
Is that a typo or,
That's what was recommended by staff.
okay, all right.
Okay. Any discussion? They requested 2, recommended 1, and the motion was for 1.
I'll just make a comment. I thought it was a good compromise.
Okay? Thank you. Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Alderman Clark,
Aye.
Alderman Spaghettis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson,
Aye.
Alderman Parker,
Aye.
Alderman Pulis. 6-0, motion carries.
Item 22.
Report from the Traffic and Engineering Committee regarding a request from the Rock Island High School to install bump outs, a parent pickup and drop-off lane, a crosswalk, a bus pickup and drop-off lane, and a traffic signal with push buttons on 25th Avenue at the high school. First reading.
Spaghettis moves to approve the request as recommended and consider the ordinance.
Swanson seconds.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
This is Alderman Clark. I will be recusing myself from this vote due to the nature of my employment.
You? Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Alderman Spaghettis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson,
Aye.
Alderman Parker,
Aye.
Alderman Pulis.
Aye.
5-0, motion carries.
Item 23.
Report from the Mayor's Office regarding the reappointment of Dr. John Hildreth to a 3-year term on the Fire and Police Commission.
Swanson moves to reappoint Dr. Hildreth as recommended.
Clark seconds.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Alderman Clark,
Aye.
Alderman Spaghettis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson,
Aye.
Alderman Parker,
Aye.
Alderman Pulis.
Aye.
6-0, motion carries.
Item 24.
Report from the City Clerk's Office regarding an activity permit and resolution from the Quad City Bandits to hold their annual Quad City Bandits Race to Home 5K event on Saturday, August 21st, 2021, from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m.
Parker moves to approve the event as recommended and adopt the resolution.
Poulos will second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Alderman Clark,
Aye.
Alderman Spaghettis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson,
Aye.
Alderman Parker,
Aye.
Alderman Pulis.
Aye.
6-0, motion carries.
Item 25, other business. Anybody have anything for the good of the cause?
This is Alderman Swanson. I have two things. One, I just want to encourage everyone to check into the library program on the Grow a Reader, because that's a really great program to help kids and people reintroduce themselves to the library so they don't stay away because of fines they can't pay. And then the other thing is, I want to thank the Rock Island Health Department for the vaccine clinics that they're doing. I think they are doing an outstanding job and have been doing an outstanding job for the year. And I know that it's more of a county thing than a city thing, but I just think they deserve some recognition for all the effort and emphasis they're putting on this.
I'll second that. I know I've got my 2 shots and encourage people to get vaccinated. Numbers have been going the wrong direction here lately. Need to get people shots in the arms. Any other comments?
This is Alderman Clark. I just wanted to congratulate all the people that ran for office, and thank you for trying, and congratulations to those who won.
Thank you. I agree. Anything else? If not, item 26.
Executive session.
Make a motion to go in there?
Are we going to do 3 separate executive sessions then?
No, we're doing just one. I think you just need to go into it. There's 3 different items.
There's just one login, and we'll do all 3 executive sessions in there.
But we need a motion for each of those.
I
Because
think you just read them all right now. We're going to go into the executive session for the following exceptions, and Linda will read them.
Can't read them all.
5 ILCS 120/2C11, litigation. When an action against affecting or on behalf of the particular public body has been filed and is pending before a court or administrative tribunal, or when the public body finds that an action is probable or imminent, in which case a basis for the finding shall be recorded and entered into the minutes of the closed meeting. And the next one is 5 ILCS 120/2C12, the establishment of reserves or settlement of claims as provided in the Local Government or Governmental Employees Tort Immunity Act, if otherwise the disposition of a claim or potential claim might be prejudiced, or the review or discussion of claims, loss or risk management information, records, data, advice, or communications from or with respect to any insurer of the public body or any intergovernmental risk management association or self-insurance pool of which the public body is a member. And then the third one, 5 ILCS 120/2C2, collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees or their representatives.
So I would make a motion to enter into executive session for the above listed citations.
Forget a seconds.
Moved in second. Do a roll call.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Alderman Clark,
Aye.
Alderman Spaghettis,
Yes.
Alderwoman Swanson,
Aye.
Alderman Parker,
Aye.
Alderman Pulis.
Aye.